Hello, my friends, on this terrific Thursday, July 10th, 2025. I know, my friends, we're talking too much on YouTube. I promise you this will be my last video of the week. I just want to get some subjects out of the way and off my chest and get them done. Last week into the beginning of this week, the past couple weeks, we have just been going over some of the trades that we've been doing in the stock market. I haven't been discussing much on the Forex market trades. I'm kind of saving that, to be honest with you, my friends, because I think I'm just going to start doing live streams pretty soon. Here in about, I would say about a month or so, I should be in a location that has more reliable internet at my domicile, and I'll be able to do some live streams, and I think I'll just save most of our Forex discussions for that. But today, my good friends, we are discussing our second loss. Wow, you must be the worst trader ever, dude. You're talking about another loss? You just talked about your Five Below loss yesterday. Well, yeah, it's not all wins in the market. If it is, then something's going on. Something's going on if you got nothing but wins. You have the perfect system down, or you are just made for this industry. Me, I can't complain. We've got like 5 wins in the stock market this past year alone, and we've only had 2 losses. The Five Below loss I discussed yesterday, a little bit disheartening, I'll be honest, but it's okay. The AMD loss, is it a loss? Well, it was a loss for us, but it's almost exactly a repeat discussion of our Five Below conversation that we had yesterday. Because it was one of those deals where, do you have enough cojones, conviction, and gusto to hold onto a position that you have faith in? Okay, Five Below, we didn't. We let it go. We became liquidity. That's okay. I did not have that much faith in it. But our plan ended up working out anyway. And it's a lot the same deal with advanced micro devices trade that we had. We had discussed back in March of, okay, we're coming up on this trend here, looking for a nice little bounce. Probably going to go ahead and take profit up here 150. As you can see by our previous gorgeous scribbles that we had made on AMD. And the market, it just had another plan. It had another idea. I really was looking on the trading plan for advanced micro devices to hold that $100 level. I mean, a little bit dip below 97, 98. I still would have kept it open. I wouldn't have closed it. Okay. But the idea was for it to have a nice smooth bounce. But there was a lot of jankiness in late March, early April, as my fellow investors and traders know. And it just, it ended up going down to 76. Okay. That's a 25% drop on where we were entering at. We were entering at 98, 99, 100, 102, 103. I think 103 was our first position we purchased some at. So it had just started dropping, and I think we got out at like 82. Okay. That's okay. 18% loss. No big deal. That's all right. But that's kind of, a lot of times in spot trading like this, you've really got to have strong hands and know and have a lot of backlog and experience behind your ideas to be able to hold it. The S&P, oh, we held it hard. You know, we weren't let go of that. And we didn't even have to hold it that hard. It went in our favor. AMD, I didn't have as much faith in, so I let it go. But it has made a beautiful number here, my friends. You know, it's gone beyond what I really truly thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought it was just going to come up here, 123, and then kind of pull back down. But when it broke out of this downtrend that we had, when it broke out of that, it just screamed up very quickly. You know, that's how price is. When it makes the move, it makes it so quick that it leaves people in the dust and it wants them chasing. And I kind of experienced that today a little bit on my scalping account early this morning. I had seen, okay, let me wait for price to get here. It got to where I wanted, and I said, okay, I'm going to take a position here. I took a position, and the moment I took a position, it instantly, within 5 seconds, went very hard against me. And I said, okay, I'll close it. And then the moment I closed it, it instantly went in my favor. But I didn't get back in. I said, you know what? Forget it. You know. You have to understand that, at least I'm speaking for myself here, the mannerisms and the behavior of the market is everything to me now, especially when I'm in the Forex market. If I don't like the way price is behaving, if I see a good entry and I get in and it's a good level, but the moment I get in, price just starts acting really janky, it's an indication that I have now become the liquidity. No matter how small my account is, it's an indication that I have become the liquidity. I've reached that point in my journey where when I enter a position, it has to do what I'm expecting it to do. That's how cold, hard, and demanding I am of the market now. Because if it doesn't play by my rules, then what does that mean for me? That means that my rules aren't in play in the market that day. The market is doing other things today. And it's recognizing that behavior that is very difficult to master. It's really summing up a lot of what my 4th year in trading is to me. It's understanding the mannerisms. This is like the year of behavior. Not just my behavior, but the market, it's telling me what it's going to do. But I have to heed the market's advice. So AMD was one of our losers. Not a big deal, 18%, no biggie. But as you can tell, my friends, I mean, it's already gone 75% of the way to our total take profit up here at 156, 157. So it's very similar to that Five Below situation where we just didn't have the wherewithal or the conviction to hold it. But AMD, I'm really not that bothered by it at all. You know, it wasn't a big loss to me. It wasn't a big deal. I really didn't have that much insight into the company at all. This was a simple trend line play and looking to ride the bottom of the trend to the top of the trend and then get out. So the stock market has been very interesting this past year for me, because it's really been enlightening on how right you can be on some of your calls, and how also you never know when it's going to make that move. So we were right on several of our ideas in the market this past year, but a couple of them, it was the when factor that really took us off by surprise, so to speak. Excuse me. We were very off on our timing. So I'll keep this video short. I love everybody. I appreciate everybody. I have been posting any links in the description lately. It's okay. You can always comment me on anything you want to talk about. And I will talk to everybody next week. Hopefully, we'll start getting back into our Forex discussions, what I've been getting into lately, what's been going on. And I love everybody, and we will talk to everybody next week. Peace.